What's up guys, Caleb here from Srkcycles.com. 2004 Fat Boy, big old ape hangers, Vance & Hines short shots, Willie G, everything. Let's take it for a test drive. This bike's awesome. So, first thing I want to note, when I got on this bike, I did notice that the shift lever is really high. So if you're thinking that this might be the bike for you, this is a bike that probably someone rocking like steel-toed work boots had that shift lever fit to. So it is really high. I did want to notice that. I did want to note that. Now being an 04, this bike does have the 88 cubic inch 5-speed transmission. Tons of power, but it is an 88 cubic inch and it does have the 5-speed. And so, you know, it's not necessarily comparable to the new Fat Boy with the 103, but it does have a lot of power. It's a really good running bike. The Fat Boy is just like that iconic American motorcycle. I feel as though, besides maybe the Street Glide, this might be their top seller. Great bike. Great low center of gravity. It's kind of really universal because it's not as big as the Road King, but you can tour with it. You know, you throw some bags on, you throw a good seat on, and it is something you can take for a long ride, which is what I like about these bikes. They're super versatile. It doesn't take a lot to get used to them, because they got a low center of gravity. I think they're super easy to maneuver, even for people that are, you know, just starting out on that bigger bike venture. I don't know if I'd recommend going straight to this bike, but I definitely like the versatility of this bike. Now let's talk about this bike. As you notice in front of me, you got these big old ape hangers. I don't know exactly what size they are. If I had to guess, I would guess before the rise, you're looking at probably about a 16-inch bar, but this rise does add a lot. It is a big feel. It does space you out a little bit more. I'm 6'4", so you know, these bars do space me out a little bit better, but I am not, as you can see, I am kind of still, as I knock my camera, I am still kind of above my shoulders, so it's not necessarily the most comfortable. For you guys out there that love ape hangers, hey, all for it. I do like ape hangers. I don't know if I like them this high, but I do like them. So that's the first thing I want to note, is the bars are big, but with the big bars comes great steel braided cables. It's got a great setup. You know, someone sunk a lot of money into this. My guess would be right around like $1,200 bucks. Someone put into this bike just in the bars. Now the next thing I want to note is, as I walk down here on the tank, it's got the digital gas gauge. It's got Willie G, basically everything. That's pretty cool. The Willie G stuff is not cheap, and so someone definitely stuck some money into that. It's got the cool, you know, Willie G leather tank bib. So you know, this bike's got some attitude with the Vance & Hines, the Willie G styling, the ape hanger handlebars. It's definitely got a lot of attitude, which is nice. You're not getting a stock bike that you got to put pipes on and you got to kind of make it your own. No, you could buy this bike and, you know, immediately you got something that's a little bit more unique than just a stock Fat Boy. So that's really cool. Now the next thing I want to note here is these big old grips. Big, nice, thick grips. It's a really good feel in my hands as I'm driving it. Feels like I'm, you know, gripping a man's motorcycle. That's what I like about it. But here's one thing I would do. If I was purchasing this bike, I would definitely change out the mirrors. These mirrors are just, they're a little bit small for me. You really can't see much, and between the vibrating and kind of the maneuvering with the big bars, even what you can see is a little bit blurry. So definitely make a note there, that if this is your bike in the future, that the handlebars and, well, the mirrors are a little bit small. Now, just going to how this bike rides, being 6'4", I think that this bike has got a great, it spaces me out great. My feet aren't touching, my knees aren't touching the tank. And the bars are a little bit high, like I said, but it rides really nice and smooth and has a low center of gravity. So it's not like these bars are really high and I feel as though it's top heavy. These bars are high, and I feel as though I got a low center of gravity. So it's not an overwhelming feeling, if that makes sense. That's kind of the way I would describe it, is it feels as though it's a little bit more natural than if I had these big old bars on like a Sportster, which has a little bit higher center of gravity. It feels really nice. Moving on to the next thing, it does have the kind of like highway pegs. They are just like an extension, I guess, of the floorboard, which is kind of cool. I've never really seen that. I don't know how often you would kind of scrape those if you're cornering too hard, but it is a cool feature. I mean, you don't have to put big old bars on the front to get a little bit of an extension for your feet, and it is a little bit more of a comfortable ride for us bigger guys, and maybe for us guys that just kind of want to kick back. This bike does come with a back seat and a sissy bar, which is awesome. He also put an HID Daymaker headlight on the front. So the Daymaker headlight is a big addition. I want to say that's about a $500 upgrade through Harley. So the Daymaker headlight does add a lot to this bike. I mean, you're talking a vast difference in riding at night. Any Harley I buy, I would recommend, I always recommend to people, get good lighting, make yourself visible, and, you know, have other things be visible. So that Daymaker headlight is an awesome addition. You don't have to go out and pay for it, but it definitely adds a lot of value to the bike. And, you know, I think it makes it look cool. It's got a cool look to it. You know, this guy's got some chrome. We got all the chrome covers on all of the hand controls. It's a cool, aggressive, BA looking bike, but it rides really nice. I mean, as I'm shifting through the gears here, I'm noticing that it's super smooth. It's not, you know, I'm not getting a lot of, you know, I'm not getting a lot of feedback as far as like, it doesn't feel as though it's backfiring on me or anything like that. I'm getting a lot of smooth power with the 88 cubic inch. I'm sure, I don't know this for sure, but I'm sure with the addition of the pipes, I'm sure that this thing has some type of tune to it. I know you don't have to do the tune if you only do the pipes, but I'm sure, just based off of how smooth this is, that this guy had some type of just like fuel management system or something, or some type of little tweak at Harley or at some shop, just to get that combination right, because it feels really smooth. There's no backfiring, no none of that, so that's super nice. And like I said, guys, it just rides really nice. It has a really nice low center of gravity. For a 6'4" guy like me, it spaces me out. I don't know if you want to be much shorter and keep these stock bar or keep these ape hangers, but that's up to you. If you want to put stock bars on, it's not that hard. All you do is just replace your cables out. You get a drag bar, you get a stock bar, something like that. It's not that hard, and it's a nice fix to give that fat boy back to its natural look. Guys, this is Caleb at Srkcycles.com. I am test driving a 2004 Harley Davidson Fat Boy. Like I said, this bike is awesome. It got the big old ape hangers, a mean aggressive bike, and it rides amazing. Thanks a ton for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to click that subscription button, and definitely make sure to check out our website, Srkcycles.com. Thanks a ton for watching, guys.